everybody. Today we are going to make chicken biryani. I'm going to make the rice and the gravy separate and I'm going to mix them together. Let's get started with the ingredients. You will be needing 2 tablespoons of cumin seeds, 1 tablespoon of fennel seeds and the whole garam masala spices. Here I have 2-inch pieces of cinnamon. I have 1 star anise. I have 5 to 6 cloves. And I have some 10 to 12 peppercorns. I have these extra spices as always, and I have some bay leaves here. And I am using cardamom powder today. If you prefer, you can also add in whole cardamom, 2 to 4 whole cardamom pods. And I have took 2 big onions and I have diced them thin. And here I have the chilies are diced in 2 ways. I have cut them round and in lengthwise too. And here I have some ginger and garlic paste. I'm using shredded garlic and powdered ginger here. And about the rice I'm using today is basmati rice, and I have boiled it in excess of water, and I have let them boil for about like 3/4 done, and I have drained them and I have kept them in a separate place. And if you're going to keep the rice like me, just add 2 tablespoons of oil so that the rice doesn't dry out. I'll be using some curd, somewhere around 2 teaspoons to 3 teaspoons of curd, and I will be using around 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. If you can very well go ahead and add 2 big chopped tomatoes, and I'll be using some water. And here I have the chicken skinless, and I have marinated it in some salt and vinegar. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of oil into a hot pot. I'll be adding 1 teaspoon of ghee. And a teaspoon of butter. So now into the hot oil, I'm going to add in some cumin seeds, a little bit of fennel seeds, my whole garam masala spices, then wait for them to get slightly sauteed. Once they get sauteed, I will be adding in my onion, and I'm going to mix them very well. In order to help the onion to get sauteed fast, you can just add a little bit of salt, but please make sure that the amount of salt is very little, because you already have boiled the rice with salt and the chicken is also getting marinated in salt. Now the onions are slightly getting translucent. If you can see, the onions are starting to form a gravy, they are sweating actually. To this I am going to add in the levered chilies. For this part of the gravy, I am using somewhere around 5 to 6 chilies. Those are of medium size. If you can see, the onions have got cooked and the oil has started oozing out. This is when you will be adding your ginger and garlic paste. In my case, I am adding minced ginger and minced garlic. And I'm going to mix them thoroughly until the raw flavor of garlic disappears. The ginger and garlic also has got sauteed very well. To this, I am going to add in my tomato paste. After adding in the tomato paste, I am going to add in 3 tablespoons of water. And I am going to let this onion and tomato form a gravy. You know this gravy is done when the tomato gets cooked very well and oil starts oozing out from the tomato. If you can see, the gravy has nicely formed now. So at this point of time, the important ingredient comes into play. It's curd. You have to regulate the amount of curd you add into the biryani, because too much of curd can spoil it, and very less amount of curd can also spoil it. Here, if you can see, I am adding 4 tablespoons of thick curd. After adding the curd in, just give a quick mix. To this, I'm going to add in the chicken that has been marinated in salt and vinegar. So after adding the chicken in, gently fold the gravy inside. I have also made some slits in the chicken so that the gravy can diffuse in very well. So at this point of time, I'm going to add in the remaining half cup of water. And if you want, you can also add in some lemon juice. The chicken has started to slightly get cooked. At this point of time, we will be adding the masala in. First, I will be adding a quarter of a teaspoon of garam masala. Then 2 spoons of biryani masala. We have already added in chilies. So I'm going to regulate the amount of chili powder. I'm just going to add in a teaspoon. Whatever masalas you add in, just make sure that you always remember these masalas are not only for the gravy but also for the rice. So you have to make everything a little bit more spicier. So when you mix in the rice, things will be very fine. And never ever add coriander powder into a chicken biryani. That ruins everything completely. As I told you in the beginning, I am now going to add in the chilies that have been cut into small rounds. And mix them very well. I am going to cover this and let the chicken get cooked very well in this gravy, and I'll show you once when this is done. This will approximately take somewhere around 15 minutes. If you can see, the chicken is halfway through and the gravy has got slightly thicker. So I'm going to dilute it a little bit more because I want the chicken to get fully cooked. So I've added half more glass of water. Again, we are going to let it sit for 10 minutes. It has not been 15 minutes yet. It has just been 7 minutes approximately. So we are going to let them steam for another 10 minutes. Then we'll be done. If you can see, the gravy has beautifully thickened and the chicken has got thoroughly cooked. Once when the gravy has been done, we have to let it simmer for 5 more minutes so that the oil starts to ooze out and all the masalas get cooked and nice. Now to assemble the chicken biryani, I'll be placing chicken piece at the very bottom, because if you place the gravy or the rice at the very bottom and put them on dum, then there will be problems of scorching and everything. So put the chicken at the very bottom. To this, I'll be adding in my rice. If you can see, I have boiled the basmati rice very well, and this is exactly why I wanted you to boil the rice with oil and apply oil in the rice too, because it doesn't stick to each other. The top layer will also be the gravy. So we have split the gravy into 3 parts and the rice only into 2 parts. Here I have taken some basmati rice and I have added some orange food color to it. Just take rice and add plain food color and mix so that you will get 2 different colors of rice. I'm going to drop in the rest of the gravy. Now after adding the gravy inside, I'm going to top it up with a little bit of oil. Add in the remaining rice. And I'm also going to add in the remaining colored rice. If you don't want to use synthetic food color, then you can go ahead and add saffron and milk mixture to the rice and then add them here. Or you can also add directly saffron directly to the here. I'm going to finish it up with my chicken gravy. After this, I'm going to place it on dum. Now I'm going to place in tawa over to my gas, and I'm going to keep the gas in simmer. To this, I'm going to add in my biryani mixture on the top, over onto the top. I have now taken a clean kitchen towel and I have covered all the sides of the bowl, and I'm now going to place a small cup over on the top. It has some onions that I made for the raita, so I'm going to keep that on the top. Most important step is to add a little bit of water to the tawa every once and then, so that the direct heat does not burn the rice or the gravy that is being inside. I'm now going going to add a little bit of water. If you can see, I have left this cool completely. It has been on the top of the tawa for more than 15 minutes, and I have given 5 minutes of resting time. And you can see that the rice and the gravy are very moist.